black comic book characters. Whatever medium they inhabit, whether it be the page or the screen, there's always questions that are asked when they're introduced. Why is it black? Is it too black? Are they black enough? These are the questions that have plagued every black fictional character anytime they actually get major play in the mainstream. But why is that? What's up, guys? This is Meister Man from Meister Geek Media, and we're here to talk about why black characters always get political. From Luke Cage to Black Panther to Black Lightning to Static and now Miles Morales, all these heroes have political connotations whether they want them or not. But before we actually address the question posed in the video, I have a question for all of you watching this video. Have you ever studied the history of comic books? Superheroes were fighting Nazis every day of the week. There was spousal abuse, the drug abuse, albeit not in a spectacular fashion, but the roots of comic books have always been political. Hell, even if we take it to the MCU for a hot second, Iron Man and Captain America have always had political connotations. Iron Man was dealing with corporate greed, and Captain America was wrestling with the ideals of America, of what America should be and what it actually is. Both of these things are by definition areas in politics. Superheroes have always been a way to sneak in issues we don't want to face. Hell, sci-fi has been that for a long time. But here's the reason why it always gets political with black characters. Let's have a look at Netflix Daredevil for a second. It deals with a reality that if you are high enough on the totem pole and you commit crimes and you know all the right people in the right places, the chances of you getting away with things is really high. If you're chasing justice, it's hard, you get beat up a lot, and it has minimal reward. Now, let's add a layer of black to that. So we don't need a history lesson in facts, right? Let's go to montage. Good old racism. Historically, black people have never gotten the best representation in media. And the best of it at the current moment, which is the MCU, is kind of doing an okay job. I mean, the ratio is not great. But hey, big ups for trying, right? Also, let's give DC their props, the ratio is not great either, but let's give them their props, you know what I'm saying? So yes, representation is a really hard thing to deal with, and black people have been underrepresented in this media for a very long time. Now, let's talk about Miles Morales for a second. So, Miles Morales, unlike a lot of black characters, has shot past a lot of boundaries that black characters have to face. He's in the media, he's on people's Twitter feeds, he's got a video game. A lot of these things do not happen with black characters. Yes, they are part of video games, but they don't get their own dedicated video game. Add a movie in there, add cartoon appearances, Miles Morales has been dominating media for a minute. Now, looking at that, it would be obvious as to why people who have been feeling underrepresented, seeing a hero who looks like them, and wanting that hero to talk about the struggles they face in real life. Because again, media is a place where we can talk about uncomfortable topics comfortably. Let's take a look at Dave Chappelle's 846. It's a good example of what I'm talking about. A lot of the things that Dave has said, people have said before. People have been saying for years. But because Dave Chappelle makes you feel good, because Dave Chappelle makes you laugh, because Dave Chappelle is one of your favorite comedians, when it comes from him, it's less egregious to your ears. It's the same effect with Miles Morales. Miles Morales, if he were to go down that route with his video game where he was addressing brutality and all of the messed up things that black people have dealt with, people who have been blind to these obvious injustices will probably be able to digest it a whole lot better if they're playing as Miles Morales and seeing it in a Miles Morales game. Now, hey, it is unfair to pin all of this on Miles Morales. No black character should carry that weight alone. And sometimes you should be allowed to have a fun story just being a black character. It shouldn't just be about you carrying struggle. You should be able to have your weird and wacky adventures where you're in space, where you're fighting the aliens, all of those wonderful things. But that is why black characters always get political. Had there been more black characters in the mainstream to carry that message to the mainstream, it wouldn't fall on Miles Morales. It wouldn't fall on all the black characters that we have that actually push through that barrier that is obviously there. So what's the solution? More black characters. Duh. So right now I'm showing you guys a list of black characters and you're all probably like, who? But hey, you want a solution for all of these things. White people, you want black characters to be less political. You want legacy characters to not be black. This is the solution. Make these characters famous. So with that being said, I have a couple of links in the description down below with the characters that I was talking about earlier that you should probably go check out. And I've got the Twitter feeds of guys that you should probably check out if you want more black characters in the mainstream, so that we don't have to have this issue every time one black character really blows up, because we'll have multiple black characters blow up, and then you can have a fun story and you can have a political story, and we can actually start exploring the spectrum that is the black people and black culture. So that's my 2 cents on why it happens. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let's have some discourse about this. Always be civil. We don't have to fight. We just can disagree. Look at you. You made it to the end of the video. You are awesome. Let me know if you like videos in this format. I'll maybe look at doing some more videos like this. But hey, on the screen right now, I have got my latest video. I've got a playlist, and you can click on my icon to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video because Meisterman's gotta be out. Peace.